All right, so here's the scoop. Our boss Dash here says that we need to get out of here by 11 a.m. And he is going to stay on top of us until we do that. Right, Dash?
Dash has given us a series of things that we have to accomplish to leave. The very first one being that we need to set up the inside of the rig. He's assigned that task to moi. The second thing is that we need to set up, or we need to break down the outside of the rig. He's assigned that to Daniel. And the third thing is that we need to take his 8-month photo. Because mommy and daddy might be late doing that. And that's totally normal. But we need to rectify that situation. Right, dude? Yeah, absolutely. Set up for Dash's photo while he works on crawling skills. But as you can see, we got some work to do in here. As always, an obnoxious set of dishes. Dude, where are you going? Did you find something in there? Found your spoon. Yep. Spoons are a requirement for all boss babies, right, dude? He's like, don't bother me, Mom. I'm working in my office. All right, dude. You ready to get that photo taken? Come on, Dash.
Dash, what are you doing down there? You like it under the table? Watch your head. Don't go bonking your head. You would not like that.
We determined this is his office.
Oh, this is his office?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You're getting like the full bedhead action this morning. I thought it'd be interesting to show you guys what we typically shoot with, or what we still shoot with occasionally when we're not using the phone as we are right now. So here's my case down here. I've got some lenses here. Got 2 camera bodies, one for video, one for camera. We've got microphone, a lavalier mic, some extra batteries. Basically a lot of stuff. And this doesn't even include the drone and all of the mounts and gear and stuff like that we use typically. So there's kind of like a little behind the scenes look at some of the tech that we use to shoot some of these videos. Yeah, I know, it's a lot. But the moral of all of that is that this, my photo camera, is what we're going to be using to take Dash's photo today. Ready, Dash? Ready for an 8-month photo at 12 months? Okay, let's do this.
If you follow along on our Instagram account, you've probably seen Dash in the red suitcase. We started doing this when he was like a month old for his photos. And last month, for his 7-month photo, he was already standing up, and it was his favorite thing to do. So we let him stand up in, or next to the suitcase. And now I gotta figure out, since he's 8 months old and we can't really capture walking in a photo,
No.
because he took his first step a couple days ago. We're gonna have to figure out what we do for today's photo.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful day, though.
It really is. Yeah, kind of sad that we're hitching up today.
But we're going to St. Pete.
But we are going to St. Pete, yeah. So check out this. This is the suitcase that we have featured in absolutely all of his photos. Yeah. This suitcase has literally been around the world with us. Laura and I both have tiny suitcases, and for years we were living out of these 2 suitcases.
And it's Lauren's goal to keep living out of these suitcases when we go to Spain in a couple weeks. Daniel, on the other hand, thinks it's impossible. What do you think? With a baby, is it possible to keep it to 2 international suitcases and a couple backpacks?
I mean, I think it is, as long as you leave everything behind.
We'll see how that goes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, Dash loves the blocks now, so we're just gonna let him play with these for month 8. Hi, buddy.
Dash. Okay, so honestly, working with babies is kind of like working with puppies. They have a very low attention span, and you'll see the final photo. But basically, you've got to toggle piling up some fun blocks in front of him that he can't knock over, well, you can knock them over. It doesn't really matter. But we've got our whole like years, months, and days blocks, and then watch what happens when I stack them. Watch. Here, ready? He loves to knock them down. So, see, there you go, buddy. Yeah. So that's how that was going. But overall, I think we at least have one good photo. We'll see. So, Dash, how do you think this photo shoot went today? Did Daddy and Mommy do a good job? No. No. You're like, just let me play with my blocks. Typically, he's just slinging those Zoolander faces, but today, it seems like with every passing month, he's more and more into the blocks and things like that, which is really cool because you can tell there's a lot more running upstairs than in the first few months. Right, Dash? Now, the really cool thing about this photo is that Dash's 9-month photo will be in Spain. Yeah, buddy. So we're gonna be taking Dash's next photo in Spain. Are you excited? He's gonna be traveling internationally for the first time ever. And we've got his baby passport, and we're not yet packed up or ready or any of that stuff yet. What's going on there, Dash?
Somebody decided they wanted to help with the dishes.
I think it's probably because he's like, you guys are going too slow and we need to get out of here on time. So I'm going to help. Right, Dash?
Dude,
Yeah?
that's your cup.
Oh, he's going to clean it. Mouthwash. While Lauren is inside breaking down camp, I'm outside, and I just wanted to show you something pretty funny because I knew this was going to happen. In the last video, I set up this table because I was gonna do all of that awesome grilling here. But as you can tell, that grill is super clean because it has not been used. And once again, I have set up a campsite in the optimal fashion with all the intentions of doing really cool stuff outdoors and did absolutely none of it, including the fact that I had the hammock set up and never laid in it even for a single minute. Now, if I'm the only one that does that, I'd be shocked. I mean, I can't be alone in that. So if you've ever set up like a campsite and you've had like a bunch of stuff laid out and never actually used it, comment below. Let me know I'm not alone because, yeah, it can't just be me, right? We have not had time to make breakfast yet. That would obviously be the smart thing to do. So, Cliff Bar it is. Now, we've talked about how we're running out of storage. Let me just show you an example. In this back bin here, in order to get all of the chairs and other stuff back there, I basically have to like empty out everything here. And that doesn't even include the other suitcase because we're using it to shoot baby Dash's photo. So that's actually riding in the truck with us. Otherwise there would be even more stuff back here. Room is really scarce right now, which is why we've been considering a fifth wheel, because we just have a lot of crap. And maybe we should condense all of it down. But like, some things you can't condense down, like suitcases. I mean, you need suitcases to pop on a plane whenever you need to, jump out of town for a business meeting or whatnot. Probably sacrifice the bikes. Those do take up a lot of space in the bed of the truck. I don't know. I think we'd have a struggle kind of condensing all of our stuff down. Obviously we did at some point when we first started. We didn't have very much in here, and we felt like it was tons of space, but you always grow into the space that you have. So I guess my biggest fear is that we'd get a fifth wheel and then we'd fill that up, which would be even worse. So maybe it's good to have this little space because it keeps us limited on the amount of stuff that we can take with us. I don't know. Dash, what's going on, buddy? How did you wind up in jail? Were you giving Mommy a hard time and she put you in jail? Yeah? You were cracking the whip? A little too hard? Right? This is what happens.
All right, I'm making some decent progress, mostly because I put baby Dash in jail for a minute. See? Okay. Refrigerator set up, locked the pantry. Bedroom is pretty close to done. Got a couple books and stuff that I need to figure out. But actually clean floors over here, which is wonderful. But
somebody didn't like jail. So, back doing one-handed cleanup.
Jail number 2, giving it a shot. What do you think, Dash? Are you having fun playing in your chair? What'd you lose? Oh, you found it. You found your spoon again. How's this jail? What do you think? Say, just hurry up, Mommy. All right. Dash, hang out just a second, dude. This is the dirty diapers. It's a requirement to toss those before we go to the next campsite.
No idea how gross it would be if we didn't.
All right, Dee, how's it looking?
It's looking good. Yeah, I think things are going well.
It's
11. Oh, yeah.
10:08.
About that. Yeah, I think we'll be out of here between now and never. Somewhere in that time frame.
How come?
I'm gonna blame it on the heat. No, I'm not gonna blame it. I'm gonna blame it on Dash. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna blame it on nothing. There's no blame. Nothing to blame. It's just just moving a little slow. You know what it is? It's really nice here, and it's really hard to leave a campsite that you really love. So that's where I'm at right now.
Get moving. Get moving, dude.
I'm sticking with that. Yeah.
What say you, Boss Dash?
Rawr. Baby dinosaur. Doing your little crawl. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, no, wrong way.
This is the kickstand crawl.
This is the kickstand crawl? Dash, you gonna show him your kickstand crawl? I think what he's trying to say is, Daddy, you only have 45 minutes to get out of here and you're not even hitched up. That's what I got out of that.
Say, get to work, Daddy. There you go. You tell him, dude.
Dee?
Yeah?
Did you get gas?
Did I get what?
Gas.
At some point I did. It might have been a week ago. But if you're asking if I got gas before I hitched up, or technically fuel, I did not.
Let's go see if we're going to be doing a gas stop with the AIRSTREAM hitched up today.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Oh, thank goodness. Apparently we got gas before we came here the last time. And we haven't really gone anywhere. So, 416 miles will get us to our next destination. No question.
Lesson learned. No matter how far you're going, you should definitely always fuel up before you hitch up. Pro tip. Pro tip.
Okay, it's looking like it's pretty empty out here. How's the progress going?
It's going. It's going.
What else do you have left?
Stabilizers.
That would
Don't
be...
lift your jack with the stabilizers down because you will bend them. You will wreck them. So, retract. There we go.
All right, we're almost ready. You ready for our next adventure, dude? You look very sleepy. What else do we have left to do?
I gotta check underneath. Make sure there's nothing. Yeah, gotta do a couple of those. Knock those out, you know, because I said I was gonna do some Daddy Sherpa upper body strength stuff. I just realized the neons are on, so I can turn those off. See, this is why you do the push-ups.
You're a dork.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
What is that, like down dog, turn off the lights?
That's like a, yeah, it was almost a one-way trip if I'm being honest with you because that was tough. I can't even do 10 push-ups easily anymore. I gotta work on that.
Are you gonna lock that door?
Yeah, just, it's fine. What could go wrong? Okay. All right. Oh, nope. Little trick there. I've got the no locks thing here so you don't get locked out. You Airstreamers know what I'm talking about. Gotta make sure. Yeah. There we go. Do my quick lap. This is my little like wraparound checklist here. Check my door. I check my steps. Make sure nothing's gonna come undone here. Okay. Make sure I didn't leave my X shocks in there. It's very important. You don't drive away with those bad boys in there. Check my cabinet. And then, oh, almost forgot one of my things. Gotta make sure this is in place there. And then what else we got here? Make sure my cabinets, ooh, look at those sexy latches I installed. Yeah, make sure those are good to go. Nothing here. Latches are good. Okay. Check my other latches down here. And then these, I check up here too. I'm not saying I've forgotten to do that before leaving before, but I'm not saying I haven't either. And then I check these, make sure my valves are closed down below, my cap is on. Again, I might have left without a cap before. All my doors screwed up here. There we go. Okay, we're good. Got my truck topper here. I can't close it because I've got those bikes in there. Everything's hitched up and ready to go, so time to pull out of camp.
Okay, we're actually out of there at a relatively decent time.
Yeah, we are. It's 11:22. We pulled out of the campsite. We heard they had late charges there that are like incremental depending on how late you are, so that might have like lit a fire under our butts a bit. So yeah, maybe more campgrounds should just penalize you for being late.
I think that's a horrible idea.
I know. Seriously, we would need a separate budget just for late fees. Seriously.
Maybe there's exceptions for a baby.
Yeah, definitely.
Today we are headed to our very last campground before we head to Spain. Have you thought about that?
I thought about it, and it gives me a little weeny bit of anxiety there because I know there's a lot we still have to do.
Then take a ramp on the right.
There's a lot we still have to do.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
But it's still exciting. Are you excited about being at the beach?
Yeah, I'm excited about the next campground because it's also sort of like Camp Margaritaville, and then it's also very close to a running trail. So it's very easy to just get up in the morning and just head out, which is great. Because it is back to training for us.
When's the last time you ran?
After Disney, I've only gone for 2 runs, and that was like 2 weeks ago. So that's not good.
At least 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was running 50 miles a week, and now I'm running 0 miles a week. So it's definitely time to start training again.
That's because we got the London Marathon coming up it's at the end of April.
Yeah.
So that means we only got like February, March, like just under 3 months. So that's exciting.
A little nervous because we got some big running goals for this year. So Barcelona Marathon in March. It's kind of like a dry run. And then April is London. So
It'll be so fun.
away from the campsite, and it's really cool. I mean, This is basically the place where we brought Dash back to after he was born. We stayed here for a little bit afterwards and then took off and hit the road, and since he's visited 21 US states. So yeah, this is basically Dash's like birthplace here.
Baby Dash, are you ready to be at our next campsite? Do you remember this place? Like, obviously not, Mom. So we are waiting on our escort to our site, which we just found out is a pull-through, which we're pretty excited about because we didn't really realize that. Or one of the things we really like about the KOAs, which is what we're staying at, is I feel like consistently they bring somebody to take you, or I'm kind of tired. Consistently at the KOAs, when you stay here, they almost always have somebody escort you to your site, which is so helpful. And also, they have trash pickup. I love site trash pickup. It's the best. Look! There's water! We made it! Are you excited, dude?
I just got the campsite set up, and for those of you that don't have auto levelers and have to level yourself, this right here, 000, is a thing of beauty. Now, when we first pulled in, there was quite a pitch. Here's my pro tip when it comes to leveling when you're off, when you know you're gonna be like on a slope. What I typically do is I try to keep the slope less than 7 inches, because if you are at 7 inches, your front jack, this thing right here, looks like Lady Liberty, like literally reaching for the sky, supporting your rig, and it looks a little awkward. So what I did was I pulled in, I saw right away that it was at the 7-inch point, and I knew that I was going to be uneven. So what I did was and this is front to back. What I did was I pulled forward and then I pulled backward to find like the perfect, not perfect, but the lowest point. And what I found was that for me on this particular site, I got it down to 4 3/4 inches, which is much better than 7. So sometimes you don't necessarily know which spot's going to be the best. So you can pull forward while you're looking at your level mate, and you can pull back while you're looking at your level mate to see which one is going to give you like the least amount of pitch on the front. And then when I did that, I just leveled it left to right. And as you may or may not know, the Anderson levelers can give you up to 3 inches. So I knew I only had to cover 1.5 inches. So I put my Anderson levelers on the one side, leveled it left to right. I knew I had a 4 3/4 inches on the front, and yeah, and now we're sitting here at 000. So that's my pro tip. There you go.
All right, Boss Baby Dash, how did we do on our day of travel? Oh, is that an A+? That's an A+ snuggle. If you haven't had the chance this week yet, don't forget to Wanderlocal. As you know, just like Baby Dash Snuggles is good for the soul.